Hi, welcome to Miss Amy's Creations. This video will be shown on my channel as well as my husband's channel, Cavort Buds 420. So you can check it out on either one. Please like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. It helps the algorithm. Today, I am going to be making pineapple upside down cakes with can of butter. Now, this is the can of butter that I made in the last video with the resin pucks. So, we're going to use that today.
Show it again so I can...
We're going to use this today.
Hold on, I can't see it. I got a thing blocking it. Bring it over. There you go. Down. Thank you. I'm trying to zoom in on it.
Yeah, this is what
there
we made
you go.
With the pucks from the rose. So, this is very simple to start out. Now, I do these in mini, just little carafes. You can make it like any other pineapple upside down cake. If you want to make it in a large cast iron skillet, in a pan, just a baking pan, you can do that. But I'm just going to spray these just a little bit. They don't need much because we are going to be, of course, putting butter in them. So that's what we're going to start out with. I've got the oven heating. So we're going to start.
What temperature?
Oh, yes. These can only be baked at 250 max. I do mine at 225.
For how long?
It takes them longer to bake. These could take as much as 45 minutes to an hour, even as small as they are. So that's the one thing with the can of butter. You kind of have to keep your eye on your baking because your temperatures have to be so low. But what I'm going to start with, and this is where the can of butter comes in on this recipe, is we're going to put a nice little spoon of this in the bottom of each of these carafes. Now, if you were doing this in a large pan and you were going to do them all at once, you would use the equivalent of about a half of a stick of butter. But for us, we are just going to add to our liking. It's really your preference if you want them stronger or less. That will depend on how much can of butter you stick in the bottom of these. I always keep it in the refrigerator, so it's very hard. We're just going to put a nice big lump down in each. And then, to that, I am going to set this aside. I'm going to add in a nice spoonful of brown sugar in with that. About a tablespoon to each. That maybe a little more. And like I said, this part I just do kind of what my heart says to do. And once you have those prepared like that, you're going to just take your pan and pop it in the oven and let the oven melt your butter for you. So, the oven temp will do it for you. There you go. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to mix up the cake batter. So I have 2 cups of sugar, and I am going to add a half a stick. I'm going to add half a stick of butter. Now, I use regular butter in this. I do not add more can of butter, but you can. If you would prefer to have the cake with a little more, you can do that. I'm going to add 2 eggs. And we're just going to beat those together. Now, to this, we will add 1 tablespoon, a full tablespoon of baking powder. We're going to add a teaspoon of salt. And also we will need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So what I'm making here is just a basic vanilla cake. Oop. There we go. We got 2, I'm sure. And I make my own vanilla. That's why that is in that big container like that. But since this is a pineapple cake, I like to add a few tablespoons of the pineapple juice, also for a little extra flavor.
So that's 3 tablespoons.
Yeah, I added 3 tablespoons. Now, this whip that up. We're going to add a cup and a half of milk. And then, again, another opportunity to add a little bit of cannabis to it. You could add a 1/4 cup of your can of butter. But today, I am just using a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Like I said, this would make a really nice sized pan of pineapple upside down cake. But I'm just doing my small ones, and I'm only making 4 of them cannabis today. So I'm going to add, this is 2.5 cups of flour. We're just going to give this a good mix. And then we will check on our butter and see if it's all melted with our pineapple. Or for our pineapple. So we'll give this a nice good whisking up. And then let's check on our butter over here. Not quite melted yet. So, I will be back with the next step in just a minute. Welcome back to Miss Amy's Creations. I pulled these out of the oven, and to be honest, I gave them a little stir here, and a couple of them don't quite have enough butter in them for me, so I am going to add just a little more. to a few of these, at least.
Sounds like you're going to be saying, give me all your loving, all your hugs and kisses too.
Yeah. This would be a little different, I guess, if I had been making the cake also with the can of butter, but since I don't, I like to have enough in the bottom to make up for it. So, since these pans are hot, I'm going to give this just a minute to melt a little bit. But since we have some of it melted, we're going to go on with the next step. Because all you have to do now is, I'm going to fit one slice.
Hold on, let me come over there.
Okay.
I'm taking the camera off the stand.
I'm going to fit one slice down on top of that beautiful butter and brown sugar. Which also adds quite a bit of juices to this, so.
A lot of acidity.
Yeah. And then I pop a cherry into the center of each one. Hey, Poppy!
Hello, baby. It's just a cherry. Hey, my cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah, boo-boo. It's time to get us a picnic basket. Yeah.
And then, on top of each of these, we'll add a scoop of cake batter. And I'm just going to use this because my cakes are not that big. Just going to add one really nice spoonful on top. And like I said, these will take quite a while in the oven because of the temperature being so low. So if you are a baker, you know that when you're to put them in for 45 minutes, and when that time is up, check the center with a toothpick to see if it is cooked all the way through. Your toothpick will come out clean if it is. But I think the best part...
Yeah, look at that can of butter.
Yep. The best part of this...
Yeah. That one too, son.
I think the best part of this is that butter just bakes right up into your cake. So you might have a ½ inch on the bottom that really has nothing to it. But if you do your can of butter right, and you put enough in the bottom, believe me, you won't even want to eat a whole cake. So, we'll pop these into a 225-degree oven. And we will time these then. We'll start them at 45 minutes. And like I said, that's just a starting point. So, I'll be back to you when these get baked. Hi, welcome back. I have a couple of corrections to make because, first of all, I had the oven set at 245. I don't know why I said 25. Also, instead of using vegetable oil, you can use canna oil. Instead, I said the wrong thing. But I have also, like I said, you start these out 45 minutes because it always depends on your oven. But this did take an hour and 15 minutes to get them done. So, I'll pull these out.
Hey, dog. What's this? Is that rum?
That's my rum. I'm going to have me a rum.
Oh man, those smell banging.
Now,
Oh, you also made a mistake about what you call these containers?
oh yes, these are ramekins. Now I'm going to take my knife, just go around the outside here a little bit.
Oh, there you go. Stab it to death, make it bleed.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you wait till they cool or something?
Well, you actually do not have to wait for them to cool. It is good to get them flipped over. And you're going to want to let them sit flipped over like this for a few minutes.
Aye, that one came out, man. That looked like an egg roll. Aye.
Yeah, I did that on purpose to let it come out so that they could see. But if you let those
Man, look
cool,
at that. You can see the cannabis butter in it.
Yeah.
All that golden.
That's why you
mixed
just
with
want
the
to.
pineapple. Oh.
That's why you want to just flip them over and let them cool a little bit. And once they cool, they pretty much will drop out on their own. But by letting them cool, a lot of that butter gets soaked back into your cake instead of running out like it did on this one. But I wanted you to be able to see how they come out. But that's my pineapple upside down cakes with peanut butter. And they do turn out delicious. Like I said, and it's one of them kind of play around with it till you get to the right amount you like.
So basically, when you're using the can of butter, use it to your discretion at what you may like.
Yes, and it's because it all is going to depend on the strength of your can of butter. Now, this can of butter didn't come out quite as strong as the last batch I made. Sometimes I add a little extra canna and
A little.
a little. So sometimes I actually have to use.
You put about 4 ounces into that last butter.
Yeah, and that was I think 5 pounds
Yeah.
of butter. Is all I did. So you know, it all depends on how strong you like your stuff, how strong your butter is. And I always tell everybody when they're eating any kind of edible, eat a little bit to begin with. Give it time. Myself, my stomach doesn't work correctly. It takes 3 hours for my food to digest. So I could eat half of this and think, come on, I feel nothing. Eat the other half, and 3 hours from now, I'll be out. I'll be down and, be able to get up. So.
Oh, and if you, oh man, one of these days, folks, I might have to record her for whenever she eats that and then takes a hit off of my medication. Oh, dude. Next thing you know, you hear, get the bucket.
Yeah. I have done it. I'll admit. But, yeah.
I still love you.
Edibles are definitely different than smoking things.
See, I got to watch myself with them because if it tastes good, I don't know how to stop.
Yeah, he'll overdo it, just like a lot of people do. And that's why a lot of people end up...
eat Tums because they taste good.
Yeah, but I think that's why everybody gets this, oh, they're overdosing. No, you're not overdosing to the point you are going to hurt yourself. But you can make yourself very sick because it's like doing an all-day bender. Your stomach, it'll tell you when to stop, folks. But, like I said, be careful when you're eating edibles. And leave us a like, leave us a subscribe, and leave us a comment. And I'll be back with some more 420 cooking some other day.
And by the way, Miss Amy, that was some good advice. To be careful about how much you eat.
Yeah.
And whenever you partake in any form of cannabis, to be sure you do it reasonably and not abusing it.
Yes, and there are two. That's another thing with edibles and smoking. That's two different kinds of high. A lot of time, you don't different effects it can have on you.
Very true.
So don't do any of this and drive around, folks. Please, it's like drinking. Thanks.